Hello, welcome back to the Fruit of Grisaia. Just as new theory begins to take shape in my mind, Makina pops out from between Sachi's legs. Okay, where did you come from?
ふいひひ、やっこさんの股下がガラ空きだったんで思わず飛び込んじまったのさ。
So when were you a bloodthirsty boxer? As I look on in silent amusement, Makina pulls Sachi's skirt back and forth, noisily rustling the fabric. Sachi's calm toleration of his action reflects her trust in Makina, or at least I really want to believe it does. Alright, so why is Sachi talking in that bizarre way?
一言で言うと、私が考えた5色プリプラスに付き合ってもらっているからなのよ。
Xtreme Typos?
言葉の濁点をカットして、ハ行は半濁点で喋るっていう大人の遊び。ぷはーって。
Makina mimes pulling a cigarette from her lips and loudly blows out the imaginary fumes. Apparently she equates a doll with smoking. I managed to resist commenting on the matter, allowing Makina's deranged explanation to roll merrily onward.
しかも今なら字は地に言い換える特別萌えルール付きだから、お兄ちゃんも混ざって一緒に 3P するのよさ。
At least say 3-player match or something. Well, knowing this girl, that Inuno is probably more reflexive than anything else. Also, if you're looking to recruit another player, why didn't you just invite Amane?
今のアマネにはご飯の用意っていう大事な任務があるのよ。
Come to think of it, I guess it is about that time of day. And that's why you drag Sachi into this instead?
サッチンはマネーロンダリングの済んだ裏金のように綺麗な心を持っているから、快く相手してくれるし。
Tell me, Sachi, what do you think of the games Makina comes up with?
マキちゃんの遊びは悪く言うと珍妙、よく言って奇抜ですから、いろいろ勉強になります。
What does it sound like in Japanese?
微妙な判定が出ちゃったのだけど、お兄ちゃんも一緒に遊んでくれる？
Much to my regret, I'm unable to play Xtreme Typos for religious reasons.
それは嘘なのよ。
Why do you say that?
それはこれからサッチンが説明するのよさ。
Makina gives Sachi's back a vigorous thump, prompting her to take a step forward.
かさみさんか先ぽとパツケンした時、視線かピタリに泳いでいました。ピトか嘘をつく時の典型的な特徴です。
It seems this combination is more dangerous than one might expect. Okay then, give me a demonstration first.
了解なのよさ。
As soon as those energetic words leave Makina's mouth, the two of them turn to face each other with assuming a conversational posture.
サッチン。
ウェース。
そういえばサッチン、昨日の夜パ何食べた？
明太子のパスタとシーサーサラダかな。
なに？貴様、日本橋に勤めてるおしゃれな OL 一人か。ペラポーメー。
じゃあマキちゃんぱ昨日何してた？
ファイナル ジオクラピックチャンネルでガラパゴス諸島の特集を見てた。
マキちゃんぱテレビ大好きだもんね。
とこんな感じなのよさ。
It's hurting my brain a little bit. I see. Keeping track of all those rules seems like it would be surprisingly difficult.
本当なら相手が舌をうえって噛みそうな言葉を狙って会話するのがミソなのよ。
And depending on how skillful you are at rephrasing things, you might be able to come up with sentences that don't use many of the letters at all.
パイ、異界に奥が深いです。
And there's also some sentences, like that one, where nearly every word has to be altered.
でもパコスとタコスって似てるよね。
Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
昨日テレビを見てた時に思ったのだけど、思い出したらメキシカンなあいつにむしゃぶりつきたくなってきて。
In that case, why don't you go ask Amane if she can add tacos to tonight's menu?
さすがお兄ちゃん、早速そうしてみるのよさ。
Within seconds, Makina's slippers are squeaking furiously up the stairs to the second floor, all else forgotten in pursuit of her prize. Little puddles of drool mark the path she followed. What can I say? The girl really does resemble a hyperactive 10-year-old at times. When I turn back, Sachi hasn't budged an inch. In fact, she's staring at me intently. Sachi, don't you need to start dinner yourself?
パイ、下準備パ終わってますし、今日はおビールを遅めに食べたので。
It's funny when she does it. What's more, she's still observing the rules of the game. And now that I look closely, I kind of get the feeling there's something like expectation burning in her eyes. Alright then, want to try this Xtreme Typos with me?
かさみさんならそう言っていただけると思ってました。
Okay. Seems my gut feeling was correct on this one. Sachi responding early. Since I'm a student now, wasting a little time on this sort of pointless nonsense seems vaguely appropriate, but... I don't want a reputation as the sort of goofy twit who enjoys this sort of game for its own sake. Alright, let's talk details first. Bring it back to normal for now.
わかりました。
Her tone betraying a hint of regret, Sachi closes her eyes for a moment. Probably consciously deactivating her Xtreme Typo mode. The thing is, this game doesn't really seem to have a set ending. Let's make it into a match. First person to slip up loses.
何かルールのようなものはありますか？
Let's see. No climbing up entirely or ignoring your opponent's requests. That should be enough.
それに罰ゲームがつくということですね。望むところです。
Hadn't thought about that part, but, well, I guess that'll encourage us to take the match a little more seriously.
はい、面白さ 120% アップです。
She's seriously fired up about this. Well, if I win, I guess I'll ask you to take care of my laundry or something.
その時は 洗濯奴隷と呼んでください。
That's not really what I said. Anyway, what do you want me to do if you win, Sachi?
私の方は勝った時に話すということでもいいでしょうか。
If Mani or Michiru asked me for this kind of a blank check, going along with it would be far too risky, but I'm pretty confident Sachi's not going to demand anything too outrageous. Yeah, that's alright by me.
ありがとうございます。では勝負ですね。
And so I begin my bizarre verbal duel with Sachi.
Pom pom pom.
Okay, let's do this. So, how are things going with you, Pataki?
スコプル好調です。
Good to hear. Considering the way Sachi kept up this game perfectly right until the moment I asked her to stop, winning this match probably won't be easy. So for Japanese, when they do something like this, they don't I don't know if they write the kanji differently, but in the Roman alphabet, yeah, with English, you do write it differently. So this doesn't work the same way in Japan. By the way, can you name that famous one steamed pot true dish with the sesame seeds?
パンパンチーですね。
Okay then, how about the park-sized anthropoid designated as a dangerous animal under Japanese law?
チンパンチーです。
Name an unconventional trip ride that uses the advanced torque rubber to launch a passenger upward.
客パンチでしょうか。
I thought that the book would be pretty tricky to pronounce, maybe leading to a stumble on the easier second word, but she brushes off this combo attack as easily as the rest. What do you do? Write the kanji with less strokes or something?
それより今日パー少し寒いですよね。
Yeah, there's a thip in there.
時にかさみさんパ、ススキ目に属する魚手、雷魚とも呼ばれている深海魚を知っていますか？
Dish and tips?
なんだか空を飛びそうな感じになっています。
Can't argue with you on that one.
ペパ、近年二酸化炭素の放出が牽引で地球温暖化に影響を与えていると言われている農法は何と言いますか？
Good job. Fashion bird acupuncture.
さすがかさみさんです。ピッカケ問題にもピッかかってくれませんでした。
That was a trap. The question sounded 10 times more to say than the answer. Next, Sachi draws near and holds out a small slip of paper toward me.
かさみさんパお強いので奥の手を使わせていただきます。
I used a scrap of paper that unfolded to find a few lines of neat text scribbled across the interior. Taguchi-chan, who utilizes slash and burn agriculture, stuffs her cheeks with bing bing chicken and fish and chips while riding the catapult bungee. The heck is this?
月パ、その文章を読んでもらえますか？
So that's your game, is it? In this match, there's no set rule limiting the means by which you can influence your opponent's response. Sachi candidly spotted this loophole and identified it as the surest path to victory. Very limp. Sorry, you do this, Yuuji, I don't know what it is. I gently shut my eyes and draw the muscles around my solar plexus in time. Carefully perceiving the flow of energy now surging through my body, I direct the current and force into a swirling whirlpool, terminating in a single point at the core of my body. Alright, anime power-up time. Once, twice, 3 times. Next instant, I unleash that power like a coiled spring. The that who utilize a slash with passion burn acupuncture studs her deeks with bank thick addition tips like or digs that tat bungee.
今、客パンチって言えてませんでしたよね。
Is that right? And so the match ended all too quickly in my ignominious defeat. Like, there are English words that still confuse me. I know it's just the game, but losing to you is honestly pretty frustrating. Well, it'd just be lame to take a match like this seriously, especially since I was playing against a younger female classmate. Maybe I let her win. Or so I attempt to console myself without much success.
マキちゃんにパ聞かなかった奥の手か、風見さんにパ通用しました。
Okay, first of all, can you go back to normal now?
あ、そうでした。
Yuuji, you lost to Makina. No, I must say though, I wasn't expecting you to be that good, class rep.
ごっつんです。
No, it wasn't. Why are you spouting sports cliches all of a sudden? And for some reason, she's acting shy about it.
勝負ごとに勝った時はこうやって賛辞を受けるのでは？
Only if you're a professional athlete with muscles where your brain should be.
そうだったんですか。私、風見さんのおかげでまた一つ賢くなりました。
Not that I hadn't noticed before, but Sachi's knowledge of the world is decidedly warped in many areas. So, what's my punishment for losing?
それについてなのですが。
Sachi's words trail off hesitantly halfway through that sentence. What's wrong? Haven't you made your up your mind yet?
いえ、そういうわけではないのですが。
Then spit it out already.
では、風見さんに勝った私のことを褒めてもらってもいいでしょうか。
Unable to comprehend Sachi's bizarrely simplistic request, I answer with an incredulous grunt.
やっぱりダメでしょうか。
Before I decide, I'd really like to hear why you chose to add of all things.
それは風見さんに褒めてほしいと思ったからです。
Yeah, and I'm asking why.
これは自分でもどうしてなのかわからないのですが、
Sachi is cute too.
風見さんに褒めてもらえると胃の上のあたりが温かくなるんです。
Sachi's tentative, questioning tone suggests her own understanding of the matter is still incomplete. But from our interactions to date, I'm well aware that this girl never tells a lie. Which would mean these are unquestionably her true feelings. Do you feel the same way when someone else compliments you?
それもよくわかりません。この学園に転校してきた当初は天音さんやみちる様から褒められることもあったのですが、最近はそういう機会も減ってきているので。
Well, I guess I can understand that. After a while, your actions do tend to inspire concern more than gratitude.
そうでしょうか。
Yeah.
その境目が難しいです。
With those words, Sachi closes her eyes and sinks into thought. Well, the request itself isn't unreasonable, and it wouldn't be particularly unpleasant for me, but... Yeah, I'm gonna praise it.
セーブするわ。
I'll save it anyway. Praise Sachi. Alright, fine. I don't have any problem with praising you, if that's what you want.
本当ですか？
Yeah. Defeating me in a match is worthy of recognition, and it's only natural to praise someone when they deserve it. I think someone might have told me the exact same thing a long time ago. What's wrong? Did I say something strange?
いえ、何でもありません。ありがとうございます。
Sachi responds to my question with unusual haste, and bows deeply for a moment as if to collect herself. So, as for the details, what kind of praising are you looking for specifically?
それは風見さんにお任せします。100% 風見スタイルで大丈夫です。
That's quite the big request. That said, it wouldn't be fair to break my promise after the fact, even in something as inconsequential as this. I draw close to Sachi and reach out my hand toward her head.
明かりを消してもらってもいいでしょうか。
What?
改まられると緊張してしまうので、できれば部屋を暗くしていただきたいのですが。
Normally, Sachi can strip off her clothes in public without a hint of embarrassment, but at the moment, a rare pink blush has spread across her face. Just for future reference, that sort of line should only be used when you're getting in bed with someone. I gently shoot down Sachi's feeble entreaty and place my hand on top of her head. You beat me fair and square. Pretty amazing work, Sachi. This has to be the first time I've touched Sachi's head. And yet, the feeling of her hair under my hand is oddly pleasant. There's even something vaguely nostalgic about the sensation. Very nicely done. Sachi went stiff as a board at first, but soon closes her eyes in apparent pleasure. As her body relaxes underneath my hand, I begin to slowly pet her head. Right, left, right. Every time my hand moves, little bits of gibberish dribble from Sachi's mouth. It's kind of amusing to watch.
脳みそが揺さぶられています。
I'm really not doing it that forcefully. Sachi sways back and forth helplessly in time with the gentle movements of my hands. This is another first for us, but for some reason the motion comes naturally to me.
ありがとうございます。もう大丈夫です。
Right. Snapping out of it at the sound of Sachi's voice, I quickly draw back my hands. I think I ended up going at her head for a relatively long period of time without even realizing it. And for some reason, she's currently staring intensely at my hands. So, how was it? Did the pit of your stomach get warm again?
はい。風見さんの手からはマイナスイオンのようなものが出ているんでしょうか。不思議です。
In typical Sachi style, the girl asked this question with a straight face. If so, I'd have to see about selling off the technology to some manufacturer of home appliances. Sounds like exactly the sort of feature the gullible housewives of the world would love to have in their toasters.
"では、私はその技術を買った家電メーカーを買い取ります。
You have that kind of scratch flying around.
持っていませんよ。
Not surprising. Well, anyway, I guess this should do it for my penalty.
はい、風見さん、グッジョブです。
Sachi offers me an enthusiastic thumbs up.
それで、もしよければなのですが、これからも私のことを褒めていただけると嬉しいです。
I suppose. I wasn't really planning to cut off your compliments in the first place. If you act in a way worthy of recognition again, I guess I'll praise you again.
ありがとうございます。
I thought my response kind of was anything, but Sachi blushes the same shade of pink as before and offers me a valid thanks. That said, if we happen to duel again, I fully intend to win.
では、私も今から山ごもりの修行を始めます。
That's your prerogative, but don't forget to attend class, alright?
そうでした。私、授業のことをすっかり忘れていました。
The thing about Sachi is, you know this isn't a joke. She genuinely did forget. In any case, I've learned something from the time I spent with this English girl today. The act of praising someone, the sensation of petting their head. I've been making a habit of rustling Makina's hair around with me, but somehow this feels different. Felt different. Exactly what that feeling was remains unclear to me, but whatever it was, for some reason I enjoyed it. I guess Makina's games aren't all bad. Somehow those have become my honest thoughts on the matter. Back when the village well was still an essential aspect of daily life, the world was a happier place. By avoiding the well, it was possible to avoid women's idle gossip to some degree. In modern times, the whole world is a minefield. You never know when you're going to trigger a verbal explosion. Sweets are especially troublesome, despite their small size. They're extremely effective at inspiring females to chatter on at length. Their destructive efficiency resembles that of a hollow point bullet.
Yuuji, いいところに来た。
Our program of academic activities is over for the day. I'm just taking a short breather when a monitor calls for my attention. Sorry, I'm busy at the moment. Can it wait?
ちょっと、そんなに露骨に嫌がらなくてもいいじゃない。
I'm not attempting to shoot you down, and I'm not trying to be blunt either. I'm just informing you that I don't currently have time to put up with the lengthy, pointless
ねえ、それ全然やんわりした表現になってないわよ。
ないわよ。嫌がらなくていいじゃないのよさ。今ね、友情の話してたのよ。
I'm sure I've already explained that my knowledge on this particular topic is fairly shallow, but apparently they haven't quite gotten the message yet. Sorry, but I'm not going to be of much use. I've never even done a typical marathon bloody knuckle fighting by the bank of the river until both sides collapsed and became fast friends.
君、それを一般的だと思ってるの？そんなの大体の人はやったことないわよ。
Matter of fact, happens all the time in books, so I was convinced it must be a commonplace daily event.
なんで殴って友達になるのよさ。殴られたら嫌いになっちゃうでしょ。
でも今回はそういう友情の話じゃないの。男女の友情は成立するかどうか、これって結構重要な問題だと思うのよね。
私はよくわかんないんだけどね。友達は友達だもんね。
ごめんなさい、ちょっと通るわね。
ユミちゃんはどう思う？
どうって何が？
今ね、男女の友情は成立するか否かという人類における命題に手をつけようとしていたのよ。
男女の友情？私にはわからないわ。
ちょっとは考えるのよさ。
考えたじゃない。あまり経験がないから答えようがないのよ。それを知っててわざと質問したの？あまり困らせないで。
ちょっと怒ってたのよさ。
あんたの言い方が少しぶしつけすぎたんじゃないの？
大丈夫ブクブクだと思ったのよ。
ねえマキちゃん、ブンブクブクってどんな生き物？私が考えるに、見た目はかなりタコに近くて8本の足と吸盤で、食べるとカレー味。
さっちゃん、きっと適当に言っただけだから気にすることないよ。
Wise policy. Take anything Makina says with multiple grains of salt if you listen at all.
適当じゃねえのよ。どっかで聞いたのよさ。
どこで聞いたんだろう。味が気になる。ねえマキちゃん、何味とかって言ってなかった？
味はわかんねえな。酸っぱいんじゃない？
ちょっと忙しいんだから呼ばないでよね。
全然呼んでないのよ。
だって今酸っぱいって言うから、てっきりまた私をどうにかしようとしてるのかと。
Do you want to be pestered?
そんなわけないでしょ。ちょっと勘違いしただけじゃない。
まったく、チルチルはヘンチョコリンでヘンテコリンなのよさ。
ヘンチョコ、きっと茶色で足が9本。食べるとカレー味。
Sachi, my friend, are you perhaps somewhat hungry at the moment? You're oddly persistent with this curry thing. Chocolate flavor would have been the more logical choice in this case.
ほんと、私ってばすみません。
あ、はん。じゃあせっかくだからみちるにも聞いてみようかな。
嫌よ、絶対あんたに教えてあげないからね。何？
男女の友情って成立すると思う？ほら、男女で親友同士みたいな感じ？ちょっとこういう話題って男か女かでも考え方が違うからね。どう思ってるか気になるわよね。そうだね。
あれ？チルチル、どうしたん？
なんでもないよ。ちょっとごめんね。
みちる様、大丈夫でしょうか？随分と具合が悪そうでしたが。
確かにね。私気に障るようなこと言ったかな？
いえ、もしかしたら私が味に執着するあまりご機嫌を損ねてしまったのかもしれません。
どっちでもないんじゃねえの？きっとお腹痛いのよさ。
What? It's colitis this time? Of course, if there's that fever, we can't rule out malaria either. Alright, I suppose I'll have to take appropriate measures.
ユージに任せて大丈夫かな？
Yeah, okay then, I'll be going now. I decided to poke my nose into Michiru's business, less out of genuine concern for her health than the desire to escape a tedious conversation. But after searching the entire dormitory from top to bottom, she's nowhere to be found. Locked in the lavatory, perhaps?
どうしたの？探し物だったら静かに探して。
Have you seen Michiru?
松島さんなら外に出て行ったけど。
I see. Thanks for the heads up.
ええ、別にいいけど。
Why would she head outside when she's clearly feeling poorly? Or was that just some sort of an act? Michiru, what do you think you're doing? You need to take it easy if you don't want those clothes to end up irredeemably soiled.
Nani ga?
Is your chest hurting? It looks like you're in pain. I wonder if she has some interesting thing to say about that question.
休めば治るから。
I wonder if she had something interesting to say about the question Amane asked her. Michiru's face contorts in evident agony, but beads of greasy sweat have formed on her forehead. It looks like a considerably more serious attack than the one I witnessed a few weeks ago. What's wrong? Look, I know you're devoted to your craft, but no one's going to revoke your membership in the Tsundere Club if you ask for help when you're sick.
大丈夫だってば。この前と同じだから少し休めば治るし。
You look terrible, though. She does.
慣れてるから大丈夫。ねえ、それよりも一人にさせて。
Joe's okay. Huh? I can't do that. I'd be unable to assist if this attack suddenly developed into a medical emergency. I'm not willing to take that risk.
いいの。ユージが放っておいてくれないなら、私がどうか行く。
As good as her word, Michiru stalked sluggishly off the school grounds, dragging her shadow behind her like a ball and chain tied to her feet. Seems she found my intervention seriously unpleasant. I quietly watched her go. Yo, it would be cool.
大丈夫だった？
One of these girls is like a hidden past, like a best friend that they had when they were a kid or something. Yeah, I don't think there's a problem.
そっか、よかった。どうしたのかと思っちゃったわよ。
みちる様はどこか具合が悪いのでしょうか。
きっと悪いものでも食べたのよさ。この前消しゴムをチルチルに向かって投げたら反射的に口を開けてひょいパクしてたし。
それでどうしたの？
もごもごしながら「これ何?」って言うから「ウルテ」って返事しておいたのよさ。
ウルテ、ホルモン焼きにある牛の気管のことですね。
またマニアックな食材よ。そしたらみちるなんだって？
うまいねって言ってそのままどっか行った。
The girl's taste buds may have been permanently fried from drinking nothing but sour stuff all the time. Wait, but don't they cut those distinctive little notches into the tracheal tube when making a root? From the shape alone, she should have been able to determine it was an eraser.
Eh, そこは私がちゃんとウルテっぽく消しゴムに切れ目を入れておいたのよさ。結構細かくて大変な作業だったのよ。日本人ならではの器用さを発揮したのよさ。
In that case, I guess it's not surprising she made the mistake. You're admirably meticulous about the details.
そんなことしたらダメでしょ。どう考えても体に良くないじゃない。
そこはあれよ、ちゃんとフォローとして胃腸薬も渡しておいたのよさ。
Please don't tell me it was a pulverized eraser.
まあとにかくチルチルは今日も元気に生きているのよさ。
マキナ、後でちょっと話があるからね。
怒られる気がする。
ところで、みちる様はどちらにいらっしゃるのでしょうか。私も様子を見ておきたいのですが。
Can't say I know. She wandered off somewhere by herself.
何それ、どういうこと？私大丈夫だったって聞いたよね。
Amani's reaction to my words is distinctly overblown. Things seem to be moving in a troublesome direction all of a sudden. You did indeed, and I assured you she was. My grounds for that judgment were very simple. Michiru herself said as much.
もう何してるのよ。あの顔見て大丈夫だって思ったの
Can't deny it was a little pale. Personally, I didn't think she appeared particularly healthy in general, but the girl herself said.
思ってないなら一人にしちゃダメじゃない。様子を見てきなよ。
でしたら私が。
さっちゃんはいいの。これはみちるを一人にしたユージが悪い。だからちゃんと探して責任取ってきなさい。
What sort of responsibility did you have in mind?
ちゃんと最後まで介抱してあげるとか、保健室まで送り届けるとかあるでしょ。 男だったらそうしなさい。ねえさっちゃん、ユージは女の子に見える？
いいえ、女性には見えないですね。性別を問われたら男性だと答えます。
でしょ？ほらねユージ、行ってきなさい。
Can't say I'm feeling particularly motivated.
私が一緒に行ってあげようか？
マキナはいいから、これはユージの問題だから。
Oh Lord, it's hardly a problem warranting such squawking. I get the message. I suppose I'll go look for her.
心当たりがあるのでしょうか？
Yeah, there's one place that comes to mind. I leave our school and head to the location in question. Michiru probably headed for that high bridge overlooking the sea. It's a quiet space where she won't be disturbed, and she seems to find it pleasant. I doubt there are many other places that meet those criteria for her. And yet, Michiru isn't there. No matter how much I look, I don't see our familiar model prompted by it. Have my instincts been wrong? That cry. I turned in the direction of the sound, toward the very first area I checked. At the time, I quickly determined Michiru wasn't there. Now, I notice a blonde girl seated on the grass. But despite that distinctive golden hair and the Mihama Academy uniform she's wearing, I can't convince myself that girl is Michiru. Very strange are these areas of judgment on my part. Perhaps my perception of reality has been warped by spending so long inside that hermetically sealed pocket of the sensory city they call a school. Michiru? What's your name? Huh.
ああ、ごめん。少し休んでいただけ。
No, I've got the wrong person after all. At least, that's what it feels like, but the number of people who wear this uniform is very small. Logically speaking, there can't be any mistakes. The girl in front of me has the exact same face as Matsushima Michiru in every perceivable way. But the closer I look, the more she seems like someone else entirely. What's going on here?
Eh?
A very subtle change in some visual detail can dramatically change a person's impression, but this isn't that sort of swapping of Princess puzzle. To put the matter plainly, this Michiru simply is not Michiru. Where's he going with this? I can understand now why my eyes slipped right over her at first. Of course, I'm now left with a far greater mystery. Who is this Michiru I see before me? Who are you?
誰ってどういうこ
And so I ask her point blank. I'm well aware it's a strange question, but there just doesn't seem to be any other way to phrase it. The imposter Michiru is staring out at the ocean, a small black cat curled up in her lap. She looks perfectly healthy. There's no indication of distress on her face. If anything, you'd think she rolled out of bed at noon and took a little stroll to enjoy the fine weather. She appears utterly relaxed. Is Rama doing well? I emphasize the name as if to definitively slap a label on the cat. Michiru turns toward me, a quizzical expression on her face.
ロンメル？ロンメルってあのロンメル？
I don't know which Rommel you're referring to. There's no way I can answer that question. More importantly, which Michiru are you? You're not that Michiru, I'm pretty sure.
あのミチル？面白いこと言うのね。ミチルはミチルじゃないの？
This girl doesn't stumble at conversing. She banters back with perfect composure. At the very least, I don't think you're the Michiru I know.
わかった。私が悪かった。お芝居はやめるわ。
どのミチルだっていいじゃない。今まで誰も気がつかなかったのに。君が分かったことが逆に驚きだわ。
Mind explaining in more detail? I don't understand what's going on here.
だからどうして理解する必要があるの？何でも理由を求めて、何でも文脈を踏まえて。君は辞書を枕にして生活してるのかな？
I don't think the girl's deliberately trying to confuse me, but this attitude is somewhat irritating. Reminds me of a mean-spirited adult teasing a child while holding an empty cookie jar behind their back. Now that you mention it, I think I may have slept with books more often than women.
そうなんだ。なんだか難しいのよ君は。もっと頭を柔らかくできないの？君が女の子をデートに誘うとき、どうするか想像もできない。
I'd probably just say, come with me. Of course, I'm fully capable of utilizing on my honey voice instead. If the situation necessitates.
その言い方が全然普通じゃないよね。初めて会うタイプの人。
Identical twin sister would be cool. That a fact, I can't say I remember running across anyone like you either. Have we been introduced yet? Michiru lets out a brief, amused chuckle.
そうやって意地悪言わないの。ほら、普通のお話しようよ。海面と陸地の比率の話がお気に入りだっけ？それにしたってよくここが分かったわね。
Wasn't exactly a difficult guess. You like this place well enough to designate it as your final resting place after all.
あ、そっかそっか。でもここは風も強いし、少し肌寒いし。私はそれほど好きじゃないな。あの子は気に入ってるみたいだけど。でも少し退屈じゃない？
Sorry, you're losing me again. Who's that girl supposed to be?
では理解しやすい会話をしよう。私を探しに来てくれて感謝している。だが心配は無用だ。健康状態は回復し良好。しばしの休息を猫と共にとっているだけだ。
Precise, clear phrasing, must say. Oh, we're now on the incipit side.
これ
What do you...
君の真似なんだけど。
What are you talking about, Yuuji? Say what? I see. No, there we go. Pop up that.
面白い人だね。
Michiru clears her throat with an effective.
なるほど。では本当にちゃんと話をしてあげよう。君さ、前に死んだら何もないって言ってたでしょ。天国も地獄もないんだって。
That's right. Those stories are complete nonsense invented to control people through superstitious terror and fraudulent promises of salvation. Of course, once you die, your brain becomes nothing more than a rotting piece of meat, so it can't exactly hurt to think that you're alive. It's not like you're ever going to realize you were wrong. With the idea of a heaven waiting for you makes life more bearable, you may as well believe it.
でも君はそうは思ってない。
I'm not prone to that particular delusion now. I understand that death is something like an endless, streamless sleep.
夜に眠って朝に目が覚めないのが死ぬっていうことね。
Yeah, more or less.
ではもし目が覚めないと思っていたのに目が覚めたらどうする？
What are you talking about? The corpse rising from the grave?
ちゃんと考えてみて。一度死んで眠りについてそれから目が覚める。君はどう思う？
Well, I have heard stories about people who went into a comatose state and were mistakenly identified as dead. It was too wild, a corpse pops up off the bed and scares the heck out of everyone in the room.
ねえ君、私はそんな話はしてない。死んで目が覚めたらどうするってこと。夜で終わりだと思ってたのに次の朝が来ちゃったらどうするってこと。わからないでしょ。わかんないのよ。つまり君にもわかんないことがある。死んだら何もなくなるなんて想像でしかないじゃない。それを知った風に言うことで偉くなったつもり？では質問を変えます。もし死んでそれで終わりだったらなんで人間は生きてるの？どうせ死んじゃうのになんで必死に生きてるの
？When we could just die early and skip the pain? Is that where you're going with this?
質問に質問で答えない。自分なりに判断して返答せよ。
If you think your life's yours so long, I suppose you're free to die whenever you want. But in the vast majority of cases, people can't live alone. Your existence incurs costs on others. Specifically, you're alive because someone else spent money to keep you that way. Until those debts are paid, letting yourself die would be pretty much selfish, don't you think?
つまり人が生きてなくてはいけない理由は返済期間が終わるまでは自分の命は借り物だからってこと？
Somehow this Michiru has managed to drag me into a truly cryptic conversation. It feels like I'm struggling to complete a puzzle with no possible solution. If there's some point to her questions, it completely eludes me. Human beings are too full of themselves. That's the only reason they worry about questions with no answer, like the meaning of life. Every other animal is concerned with the struggle of their daily existence and very little else. We really shouldn't be any different. Where did this ridiculous ego come from anyway? Things probably went off track back when we first started picking up rocks and hitting each other with them.
なんだかよくわかんないな。あんまり面白い話でもないし。
I quit. This pointless conversation is officially over. I'm going back to the dorm.
分かった。私はここにもう少しいる。またね、ユージ君。
I turn my back on Michiru, resolved to cut off this unproductive video. But after a few steps, I come to my senses. This isn't exactly a satisfying conclusion. I was just teasing too late on in this retreat by a cheeky little girl. Ignominious, turn back to Michiru. The black cat, apparently startled by my motion, leaps off Michiru's lap and bolts away through the tall grass. Michiru looks perfectly fine now, but at school she's pressing her hand to her chest and grimacing in pain. That wasn't the first time I've seen it happen. And by some strange coincidence, the previous case also occurred after someone probably tumbled with death sentence. The instant Michiru approached her health deteriorated dramatically. It was the same today. That may not be all there is, but at the very least, it should be the key that leads me to an answer.
ユージ君、どうかしたの？
New side to Michiru. No, it's nothing. I want to ask you something. Okay. I was already a little interested in her. This is a little more than I've been aware about her. I wonder what goes on in this girl's head to talk to me about that. Oh, okay. I guess I'll know more about it next time. Bye!